Okay, let's do a small introduction to Java. Java was developed by Sun Microsystems in 1991 and was presented to the public in 1995. It is an object-oriented programming language and one of the most popular programming languages today. So if we see the chart for 2016's most popular coding languages, we see that Java has 22.6%, which takes the second place after Python. And it has increased since 2015, which it was 19.6%. And I believe it will continue further to increase as Android becomes more and more popular, and as you may know, Android is based on Java. Java is an object-oriented language, as I mentioned before. Object-oriented is a programming principle based on the concept of objects. Now, objects consist of attributes, also known as states, and actions, also known as behaviors. Everything we choose, basically, from real life, from our imagination, can be translated into objects, and we can manipulate them with the help of actions. Therefore, it is a very human language. Also, to use class files to write our coding is very helpful for the understanding of the language, as we can see the division and separation of every class and know what exactly does what. And therefore we can organize our code in a very, very understandable way. So let's continue to some common questions. Who is this course for? Anyone basically who wants to learn Java. Do I need any prior knowledge in programming? No, you don't. Is this course suitable for children? I believe so. What tools do I need in order to study? You will need a PC or a Mac running Windows or Linux or Mac OS. You don't have to have the latest and greatest hardware out there. Even an old computer will do just fine. Okay, so are you ready to begin? The first thing we need is to set our computer to write and understand Java. For that we need a compiler. A compiler is a software we write and run our code in. There are many familiar, recommended, and free compilers out there, such as Eclipse, NetBeans, etc., which you are welcome to use whatever suits you. But it is my high recommendation that you use a compiler called BlueJ, at least for the first lessons, as I think it's very good for students as it doesn't autocomplete you and as you type as other compilers do. Also, the project-oriented principles are more clear in my opinion with BlueJ. So you can, if you want it, you can download it for free at www.bluej.org. So let's see how to download and set it up. So here we are in the bluej.org website. It is available to all platforms, as you can see, Windows, Mac, Linux, and even for the Raspberry Pi. So if you choose this option, you will download all you need, which is the compiler and the Java development kit, which is essential as well. After we downloaded and installed BlueJ, we open it and a black workspace will show up. First thing we need is to create a new project. Now it is very important to be organized when programming, so create a folder in your computer that will contain all of our lessons material. We will name a project Practice 1 as it will contain some practice files, and now we're only one step away from writing code. We just need to create a class file which will contain our code. Let's call it test and press OK. Now if you will go in it, we will see an example to the usual code structures that a class contains. These are the opening nodes. In order to write nodes of your own, you will need to just add a front slash and asterisk and close it like so. Or simply do a double forward slash and write your comment. Comments are essential to explain your code to yourself and to others. Let's delete the code our class came with. between the curly braces as we want to write our own. The curly braces in this case are for the class, and everything that will go in them will be included in our class. Don't worry if you don't completely understand what a class does yet. You will as we go along in our next tutorials. This button is in charge of compiling what we wrote to make sure that the syntax we wrote has no mistakes. And it's something we need to do before we run in our code. When you see this message after compiling, it means that you are good to run your code. Congratulations, you are now ready to code, but there are a few more things we need to know. So stay tuned for the next tutorial. I'm Yakir, and I would like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.